Bam. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Thank you for being here Sunday morning as we get into BTC. And as you can see, I've been following this flag this whole time. However, it is a bit of an old hag of an M pattern. This M pattern will break us down to these high volume node areas here. We will get gobbled up by the liquidity around 19,100, 19,200 area. You know, maybe we can get caught by 19.5 or, you know, you never know. But I'm just showing you the idea. This M is a pretty big M, and that would be the measured move. I can kind of see it without even having to draw it. Pretty much the measured move of the M, and it coincides with that point of control. So I just want to get you ready right off the bat, sorry to say, with some bad news that we could be in for a bit of a dump. But it won't be the worst thing in the world if we do. I'll take it and take it happily. We'll be in some nice volatility, and we'll be able to trade some 3S tokens to the downside. So do not worry. There's money to be made anyway. Hi, I'm Sam Price. So sorry, rude not to introduce myself. My name is the Cryptolifer. Welcome to the Cryptolifer live show. Danny, take it away with the music, baby. Take it away. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. I'm going to give you a down and dirty, fast update for Bitcoin. Let's try to keep it under 5 minutes if I can. Quick, fast, and furious. If you were trading with our trading group, we were just taking Doge by storm. Unbelievable play for Doge. Dogecoin was just unreal. So amazing I can't even talk. But Doge has been unreal. Dogecoin. And again, I'm not even, people make fun of Doge, whatever you want to say. I won't buy Doge or whatever, I get it. But I'm an opportunist. If I see people flocking in and I see volume, I'm going to take advantage of the volume. I traded Doge last night for 17% off the 3L token. Nice little chunk of change I showed to my trading group, and I can teach you how to do that. If you'd like, 17%. I got in at 11:30. At 1 in the morning, it sold for gains. So it is what it is. I can also teach you the other coins we traded for Doge that'll blow your mind. Doge Chain, for instance, 700% gains, while Dogecoin only made maybe less than 100% gains because that coin was smaller but ran off the hype. I can teach you all these cool tips and tricks in crypto. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say I do should be taken as financial advice. But I can educate you in so many different ways, and I can also show you how to draw lines, shapes, and find what are called measured moves, and use technical analysis to your advantage to gain an edge of probability on the market that other people just do not have. So anyway, that M pattern does suggest that we could end up here at 19,272. Do not be surprised if we have to test the 19,300 area one last time. Don't be surprised. If you were on the stream last night, you saw me make this pattern and talk about this flag. We've been in it ever since. We are rounding. Let's talk about it. The 1 hour is oversold, though. And we try to do some magic. Nothing happened. Can we get it again? We are still below the dotted line. Lower, more apt to go up to the upside than down, Anything could happen. Just the probability. And you get back, no, the RSI does whatever it is, and it doesn't matter. And I get back, okay, that's fine. But let's look in the past. I mean, in the past, there's a nice pump. There was a pretty good start move to the upside. Here we move to the upside. Here it's nothing. Here it's a nice move. And so in general, nice pump. All the nice pumps we see in general come from when the stochastics RSI are below the dotted line or lower. It doesn't mean they're guaranteed. It means the probability is in your favor at this point in time, right? We also see we have this falling volume, which tells me we are losing some of the sellers here to the downside overall, right? I don't like the pattern, though, and I'll tell you that. And I don't like the 4 hour time frame, which is bearish already, pointing to the downside, making somewhat of a bearish and pretty bearish candle here. You can almost see a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there. You see what I'm talking about? You can draw a neckline, and let's go back to the, the 45 will probably show it. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you can see shoulder, kind of a head, a shoulder. Could be a complex head and shoulder, almost a complex inverted. So, what's interesting even? You could almost, not really, but you could almost say it's an Adam and an Eve double top. You see that? Adam and Eve double top. Like an Adam and Eve double bottom. So, I just saw that, you tell me. So, my idea for the day, let's take a look at the 15 minutes coming on down, beginning a bit of a dump. And look, you see a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there, right there for sure. I mean, without a doubt, we see shoulder, head, and a shoulder for BTC. So I could see this making a move to the downside here. What I was suggesting is the 4 hour does look like it wants to come on down, right? So if you look at this, you could open up the pattern, right? We'll leave this here. We can open up the pattern and suggest that, like, it comes somewhere down, but it stays, it keeps the pattern, but it comes down lower. And so, bounces off this area. I wouldn't want to lose 20,005. 20,500 is a key area of support. We lose that, we are making that M, and we're coming on down. Smart decision, in my humble opinion. Like, and I already said this too. Remember, I said, we went over. Went over my scenarios. You open up a short right now. I open up a short, not you. You do whatever makes you happy. But I would open up a short here. Stop loss above the zone. You see, and that way, and just cover myself for a bigger move, and then, so be it. We go sideways, close the short. You see what I'm saying? And then, like, flip long. But at least they're covered for the dump here, because that's, to me, the M is formed, the 4 hours pointing down, and it's a strong time frame. It'll rip right through the 1 hour. The 1 hour can stay low down here all day long, just like it did last time, and the 4 hour will just completely dump. So just be careful. You look at the 22, also bearish, shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. There's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder on right there. Look at that, inside the 22. Tells me that we're coming down, all right? The daily time frame tells me that we're coming down too as well. So we'll see what happens. We could go sideways. There's a chance we go sideways. And I'll look at another chart for you on the bigger time frames, because it's messy when you take smaller time frame work and put it on bigger time frames. We can delete it, and I'll do a group for you too. We could do something like that. So look right here. We'll grab everything I just did. You want to highlight everything, right click it, group it, bang. And then if we go to like a bigger time frame, I bet, great, I love what we did, but we must maintain above the zone. If not, we're falling. It's like there's a quick, we've been falling through this area fast. So, short would play out very nicely if we break this area. You see what I mean? You're going to you're going to lose the liquidity zone and fall down. So daily so far could be making, a bit of a bullish pattern. So we'll take it one day at a time, one step at a time. And that's why I believe, right now you can't hurt. I believe it can't hurt to open up a short with the stop loss above these areas of support and resistance, and just have it on and waiting. We go sideways and we begin to show some signs for a retest. Can always close the short for a very little loss. You see what I'm saying? And flip bullish. Otherwise, we take a nasty dump, which the bigger time frame suggests we do. So it's the higher probability, right? And you're covered for this nice run down to the liquidity zone. So just, again, that's what I'm looking at. You do whatever makes you happy. But that's kind of what the technical analysis is showing me. So we're going to watch the daily in this flag, and we're going to watch the smaller time frame in the flag that we showed you too as well. And that's kind of my update for Bitcoin for the night. I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. going over this and breaking it down. We took massive gains out of the market. A lot of coins went up. Phoenix Dow pumped. Yesterday was amazing. I just saw one of the bigger gainer days of the entire trading group in the year. Honestly, it was like yesterday was a very amazing day. I was all over Doge at 8 in the morning with the update. If you had seen it, or if you're in the trading group, I had already put an update at 8:58 in the morning, and that trade would go up 85% within a couple hours. Like one of the best trades, honestly, one of the best trades I've ever seen. So you never know what can happen. And honestly, we were focused on Doge back on 1023. Started looking at it back in 1012, 1013. Started being like, if he buys Doge, what's going to happen. There's going to be this uproar, and there's going to be some movement. So Doge, baby, Doge. And so we can go back to our little smaller time frame here, and we're watching. Still more bearish than bullish. We can't get above the zone. Bitcoin must make a candle back above resistance and break above 21,000. Really 20,800 to remain bullish. Right now it's struggling with the 20,800 area. Look, couldn't get it. Bit of a shoulder, head and shoulder, and it's dropping to the downside. So more likely, and this is almost a descending triangle here, see? I'm going to get rid of this and this. This is a bit of a descending triangle, if you ask me. It has feels of it. Could call it like a bull flag, I guess, but it's more bearish than bullish, and we drop to the downside. I want to see if we don't lose these areas, but I showed you it's highly likely. And look, this is a high volume node. You lose that, you go to this node. which would cost, and we could possibly double bottom there too as well. And so that's my last 2 cents for Bitcoin for the weekend. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. We can go over this exact move and see what happened. Did we go sideways? Did we go down? I think it's likely we go sideways for most of Sunday as we head into the volatility into Monday. Remember, Sunday night into Monday is the most volatile night, hardest day to trade, toughest night to trade. So I always be careful. A lot of times I sit it out, especially if we had a great Saturday, a lot of gains in the market. No need to lose the gains in a volatile Sunday night into Monday morning for me personally. But shout out to everybody here. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Remember, please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Peace. Be safe.